Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. I apologize. I screwed up when I recorded this the first time, but it's kind of fitting with the way this season has gone. I had to record this on my cell phone and things during the game, and I had E2 Blue was live streaming, so you'll hear him a little bit in the background. But I wanted to get this for, well, actually, when I first watched it, it kind of came through with everything that is about Jason Garrett. Um, Jason Garrett's a nice guy, likable guy, the kind of guy that you'd like to sit down, have a beer or a drink, and talk about football and things. Talk about the glory days of the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm not so sure that he is the guy to lead men into battle. When I watch this press conference, it's what I've always said, that he reminds me of a little league coach. You are less than an hour away from your season ending, a season which you had so much promise. You ended up last year going 7-1, getting a playoff victory, and it seems like you were satisfied with that. But that's where it seems like everything should have been pushed harder. And as you listen to them talk about how they practiced well and how great it was and this, that, and the other, you wonder, where was this last week against the Eagles when it mattered? This game didn't matter. It didn't matter. But you would have thought that this was a Super Bowl. So let me try and bring this video to you guys again. This hurts just doing it a second time, but I need to get this right because, well, we need to get this right. Because I'm worried because Jerry is trying to take some of the blame himself because he said, we made some changes in coaches and, that's on me, so we don't put it all on Jason Garrett, and Jason Garrett's a great asset. And it's like he is reaching for a reason to keep Jason Garrett. And I understand that because it's kind of like when you have a dog. You've had that dog 12, 14, 16 years. But finally that dog just gets old and can't get up, and his quality of life is just not there. And you don't want to do it, but you have to take that dog and get him put down. It broke my heart when I had to take Jelly Bean to be put down. And I said to myself after that time, I will not have another dog again because I cannot do that. I cannot get attached like that and have to be the one that ends it. And I think that's where Jerry Jones is with Jason Garrett, that he just cannot end this thing. So let me hope that I got the audio right. And dude who told me that you're not good at YouTube, hey, I'm sorry. I make mistakes. It's been a long day. We had the 4.5 hour live stream. I was cooking food, hosting people, and I'm getting a bit of a cold. So you know what, buddy? I do the best I can. I do the best I can. And if it's not good enough, well, find another channel then. How about that? And yes, I'm a little testy because this whole thing just bothers me. It bothers me that we've gone through this for 10 freaking years. 10 years of time wasted. Our fourth 8-8 finish. There's only one coach out there with more 8-8 finishes, and that's Jeff Fisher, and he definitely was coaching too long.
How we doing, guys? Jason, you have a dominating game, start to finish, big victory, still fall short. How disappointing is this to not make the playoffs? Yeah, disappointing. It was out of our hands. The biggest thing we talked about all week long was control what we can't control. It was going to be our preparation and how we played, and the guys were unbelievable this week. We had one of those incredibly memorable days on Christmas afternoon. We came in at 12:30 and just had one of the best practices I've ever been a part of in my time as a player and coach in the National Football League. There's a spirit and energy.
Practice?
To our guys.
We talking about practice?
Reflective of who they are, their personal character, their football character. And, it was one of those days where, typically we practice at 11:15. And, we practice later in the day, 3:45 till 5:30. And
okay. Hold on, let me, do you see that? Does that look like a guy who is upset that we missed the playoffs? I mean, is he in shock? Maybe he's in shock that the season's over, or maybe Maybe he's relieved that maybe this is the end, that I no longer have to be the coach, and I'm going out with a victory, a blowout victory. I don't know what it is, but see, that's the problem. There's no way in the world, if I had a season that failed the way this one did, that I could look like that. I just can't. Let's go on.
The sun was hitting the field a little bit of a different way, and it was getting dark at the end, and we had compete periods and drive starter periods at the end. And it was a little bit like when we were kids. Hey, next touchdown wins type thing. It was getting dark, and just the spirit and the energy of the guys was off the charts, and that set the tone for us all week long. Did a hell of a job on Thursday and Friday preparing to play this game. And again, we had to control what we controlled. That was our preparation, how we played, and so damn proud of our guys how we played today.
Late in this game, when you knew that you weren't going to win the division and Philly had that, did you get emotional at all, thinking that this could have been the last time you were with this franchise?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was to stay focused on the task at hand. And again, today was all about controlling what we control as players and coaches to go put a great effort out there. And it wasn't a perfect game by any means. We all recognize that. But the spirit, the energy, the juice, the determination, was off the charts. And the character of the men showed up. We challenged everybody last night to stand tall. You stand tall through success, you stand tall through adversity. And our guys did that. So proud to be a part of this football team.
Why do you think this team would
Obviously didn't play consistently well enough. I thought we played well at different times. Within games, we weren't consistent enough. From week to week, we weren't consistent enough. Last year, we did a really good job winning a ton of close games. We did not win the close games this year. We didn't do what we needed to do at the critical moments in those games, and that's really what this league comes down to.
When we've asked you about their job, you said it's not something you think about, you wait till the future. There's no more games.
Yeah, again, we just had a hell of a day with our football team, and an emotional locker room afterwards, and so you just gotta, you want to live in those moments, and you want to embrace those moments, and a special group of men I got a chance to be around, to coach and coach with, and just so proud of what our team did today. And we'll think about, what's next at some point, but again, just want to soak in the day and devour the emotions of the day. And again, so proud of our football team.
Disappointed at all that it took the Christmas Day to get that spirited practices, or did you see enough of those throughout the year?
Oh yeah, our team comes to work. They love to play football. They love each other. They care about each other. That was not unique. That was not unique at all. That's really how we go about doing things. But the circumstances are unique. We were disappointed loss last week. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Sometimes it's hard to get guys going in those kinds of situations. But they came in and showed what they were all about. Preparation from 12:30 on Wednesday through the final whistle was off the charts, and real proud of our guys, real proud of what they're all about. They're grown men. They're inspirational to me.
Any updates on that?
So for the sixth time in his 9 years in Dallas, Jason.
Well, so this is what I'm talking about, that Little League coach. This is the kind of guy you want for Little League coach. You know what, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I tell you what, we had a great practice here when the sun went down. It was the next touchdown wins. We practiced, we played things the right way. He's going to be a great person when he grows up. And that's great for Little League. But this ain't Little League. This is the NFL. This is about taking the other people's head off. And in the end, it's a failure if you don't win the Super Bowl. And this, in my mind, is part of the problem. I know Jerry Jones is part of the problem. I know Jerry, who does not want to let Jason Garrett go, that, he's there soul searching. And it's some crazy, I just don't understand it, because it seems like going into this game, he believed that the Giants were going to be the one to save our season. He put his hopes on a team that had won 4 games all season. And I think if the Cowboys had gotten in thanks to the Giants at 8-8, that he would have deemed this season a success. And I'm not sure that he deems it a failure at this moment. I'm not sure what Jerry Jones is thinking. I know he's trying to find a reason to hold on to Jason Garrett. I get it. It's like that dog that you don't want to put down, but you got to put it down. You have got to go ahead and move on. It's 10 years, 4 of which have been 8-8. It ain't going to change. Hopefully, I got the sound right this time, and the recording's good, because I'm tired, and I need to go to bed, and I'm getting a cold. So as always, friends, thank you all for being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Hopefully better days are coming. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning.